red, white, blue. Didn't even mean to do it. I was just backstage, and I was just saying, you know what? I'm dressed for the occasion, but I didn't really mean to. So, I'm repping. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Most of you guys are, well, I can't say most of you because I see a lot of Canadians in the chat, but hey, happy belated Canada Day. Happy 4th of July. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you guys are staying away from the fireworks. Nobody wants a Jason Pierre-Paul, thing going on. So, hopefully you guys are celebrating pretty cool. Shoot, I don't even know how old Canada is. I think it's like 154 that we turned. I don't know how much the U.S. is, but, whatever. I could be wrong on the 154, but hey, it is what it is. So, welcome. New comic book day, spec, news, Loki. It's going to be crazy. We're going to be talking about Beyonce. We're going to be talking about Jay-Z, CGC, Loki, Enchantis, this, that. I'll probably fuck up a character. If we talk Star Wars, you guys know I'll say Darth Vader, Death Vader. One of them will come up. But yeah, we got a fun show for you. I got one of my friends, one of my amigos. You guys know who it is. He's going to be joining us. Let's bring him in. It is none other than Mr. FaceTime, 1/3 of the Comic Book Kingpins. Show is previously on Mondays, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's my man Face. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? Appreciate that. How's it going? Yeah, so like we were saying in backstage, go ahead and just put it out there. I woke up this morning, my throat was killing me, so my voice may sound a little off, whatever, and then I got some fireworks going on very close to me, so we may sound like we're having some shootouts going on or something. It's cool, don't worry.
Dude, I told you, Canada Day was Thursday. People are still throwing fireworks around where I am. So. Oh
yeah, right. It's like a week-long thing now.
Yeah, it is. It is what it is, man. So, it's new comic book day, man. There's a lot of news to talk about. But before I say that, and I don't want to embarrass the guy because I really don't. And we have to clarify something because I think Tim is saying Canada's 152. I think who just said it was 153. Shoot, somebody said it was 153, then 152. So we'll have to figure that out. But I don't want to embarrass the guy. But Face is obviously dealing with a sore throat. So guys,
sure.
no jokes.
Oh no, go ahead, throw him out there.
He's just got a sore throat. So we're gonna try to limit him from talking a lot. Hopefully he doesn't have to talk a lot. But sore throat.
Me, I can't shut the fuck up when we start talking comics.
He's got a sore throat, obviously. So, just bear with him when he's speaking. And if you can't understand what he's saying, just, put your hand up and just wait for me to, call your name. And then, I'm just playing. Obviously, just mention in the chat if you guys are having some issues. But yeah, Face is a true champ. He's going to be talking comics even when he's ill. So that just shows you what's going on, right?
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. So maybe I should have Googled how old Canada was, but yeah, because now I started this. Dave's saying 154. So we got 154, like I said, then 152, 153. So somewhere in there is it. So guys, we're going to get the show going. First up, though, you guys know we got to talk about some friends of ours here. We got to talk about none other than Big B Comics. You guys know I rep them. They got 3 stores, one in Niagara, one in Hamilton, one in Barrie. I rep 2 of the 3, basically because Barrie's super far from me. It's like 2.5 hours, and I'm not driving out there to just get comics. But make sure you guys go check all 3 of them out. Really good stuff, and they ship really well. Next up is my boy Jay at Bleecker Street Comics. Check out bleekerstreetcomics.com. Use code word newbiecomics #1. And you get 10% off. Super excited. He has a booth at the flea market here in the Niagara region, and he actually just got to open up after all this hectic lockdown stuff. So his first day was back on today. So hopefully he did well. If you're in the area every Sunday, make sure you guys go tune in and check out Bleecker Street Comics. And next up is Shape State Creative. Go at buddy Derek. Got a logo, graphic, whatever the case may be. Make sure you guys go tune in, ask him, tell him Newbie sent you. He'll get you set up. And finally, we got Mutant Beaver Comics. You code word Newbie10, 10% off. Guys, you can't go wrong with getting anything off 10%. They ship everywhere. So if you're in the US and you think, they won't ship or it'll take too long, no. Don't worry about it. They got you covered. Boom. All right. Get it going. I'll just go in the chat real quickly before we get started.
Hell yeah.
Sam, what's going on, man? Our eBay guru empire. We got a lot of Canadians in here. Miguel, what's going on? Comic dude.
The Americans are all chilling at the fireworks.
Yeah. Tim, what's happening, brother? Kid, what is going on? Excuse me. Just Cruz, another Canadian. Oh, man, there's a lot of Canadians repping today. Maybe a lot of the Americans are doing some
fireworks, bro. That's fireworks.
Are you guys off?
Everybody are. I mean, I think most places probably. I mean, they give you off or they give you some holiday pay at least.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because ours was Thursday, but a lot of things were closed like the Friday.
Right. Yeah.
Sold twice.
There's a lot of shit closed today here too. So. Yeah.
What it do, Pikachu? Dre at the Barnhouse. Yo, what's going on, brother? Sector 2815. Probably sounds better if I say Sector 2815. Dave Mason, saying 154. We got Black Crown. He'll be on, previously on tomorrow with Kingpins. Mr.
Hell yeah, there he is.
And Mr. Face himself. All right, so if you guys are watching in the background, if you're just listening, if you're just hanging out, not using the keyboard, watching on the rewind, welcome. Let's get started. Don't hesitate to put a comment, question. You guys know what it is. If you're new to the channel, you guys know how we do it. New comic book day, comic news, newbie spec of the week. That's usually our format, but we've got a show. We've got the Loki show. Yes, maybe you haven't heard of it. Maybe you have.
Oh, yeah.
Talk of the town right now. Lots to talk about there. So we'll be putting that in before we do newbie spec of the week. So, hopefully the popcorn's warm. Coronas are rolling. Let's get it go. Boom, 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 boom. So first up, guys, we're going to be talking about Image Comics. And, Face, do you think it's a busy week? Like I know you get a lot, if not all books that come out, but like for the average guy, I mean, I think it's like a pretty decent week this week.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, I think for the average collector, there's a little something for everybody for sure this week. Yeah,
I think so. I think there's going to be a lot of books that a lot of people are, kind of gravitating toward. It's going to be very interesting. So we're going to start off with Image, and basically we start off with Image because it's at the top. So it's just easy. So we're going to get into it. So let's go. Firepower number 13. Obviously, very popular run. A lot of people are picking it up.
For sure.
One of the better runs around. I know, you are Face. Sorry. Keys is on it. I know Hyper was on it. I kind of stopped.
On it too.
Yeah. I stopped after 7, I think it was. Mm-hmm. Made the mistake. I should have just kept going, but that's kind of where I decided to be like, hey, I got to save some money for like some big grails. So
right. Yeah, no, Firepower has been a great series. This is going to be like the start of a new arc, so it's definitely a good jumping on or in maybe Newbie's case, jumping back on point. Not sure exactly where they're going to take this arc yet. Obviously it's just starting, so this will be the first issue. Get to find out where the future goes for Firepower family.
Yeah, got the classic Firepower look. Even 13 issues, and you still, if you were to look at issue number 1 and that one, I mean, you're still getting the same artwork, so it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The one book I think is probably going to have a lot of people buying a lot of the covers is probably going to be this next book. But we've got Geiger number 4. This is number 3, second print.
Well, shit, yeah, it's worth grabbing too. I mean,
Is it glow in the dark?
you know what? If it's not, it damn sure should be.
Right? Like it should be. But like I see
Yeah,
that.
looking at
Like
that
okay,
cover,
glow in
bro,
the
it
dark.
should be. That's which one is that? The number 3 second print?
Yeah, this is number 3 second print.
Yeah, man. I hope it's glow in the dark, right? Make it glow in the dark.
Dude, there's what's the other one? Oh, okay. So we got number 4, but like, okay, so there's the cover A, obviously, but then you take a look at cover 4,
Right.
these covers right here, and it has a lot like, and this is kind of where I always assume they're just glow in the dark because they have all this like, they have the green, but then they have like that very highlighted green. So I'm like, okay, is that supposed to be, glow in the dark? Is that anything?
Yeah. I mean, those Geiger covers look like a lot of them should be, even if they aren't. But that's just, I mean, they're dope covers. So,
You picking up all of them?
I believe so.
God damn, man. Like, I'm not a big fan of cover C. I'm not a big fan of the cover D. Obviously, cover A is okay. Number 3, the second print. I mean, I could see that being a very successful cover, right? And
Yeah,
if
I
it
mean,
does glow in the dark,
I'm big on Geiger, so yeah, I'm probably picking up all of them.
man, yeah. Like this one just looks like one that's already been out to me. I think I said that. I can't remember who I said that to, but I was like, because they were talking to me about Geiger and things, and I'm like, yeah, the covers kind of seem like they're almost repetitive.
I mean, with the green and everything like that, I think several of them kind of have the same vibe. So
yeah. Chef is saying, face, what happened to your voice? So Chef, you were a little bit late.
Yeah,
we addressed it. He just got a sore throat, man. So just bear with us.
too much weed smoking.
Oh man, and yeah, welcome to everybody. I see Dan, I see a few people, stopping in. So yeah, welcome. Lots to talk about, lots to get through, guys. So yeah, like I said, have the popcorn warm, have the Coronas rolling. I know Tim said he's got the Coronas going. So yeah. They just seem. That's just the way they seem. They just seem like some of them are just like repetitive covers, right? And I know they're not, but like they just when you don't see the book isn't coming out every week, you kind of are like, oh wait a minute, because that's what I had.
Yeah.
I had like flashbacks where
Got
I'm
a
like,
familiar vibe.
Yeah. So, all right, next book up, and you guys remember when I was talking about cover 1 for this book, but we're at the end. Carmen number 5.
Yeah, man. I think number 1 was the ass cover. I believe that's what you dubbed it.
The pantsless one. Yeah, that was
sure. Yeah, Carmen's coming to an end, and well, that kind of sucks because I like Carmen, man. The character was hilarious, and hopefully they'll do something else with her in the future. There's more to come from that, but I very much enjoyed the series. Looking forward to reading the last issue and seeing how it wraps up.
Yeah, it was a short series. I mean, 5 books, and Face has always been an ambassador to the to the thing of, or to the point rather of, just stick with these short stories. Like if they're 5 issues, stick with it, because you never know. You never want to kind of hop on 1, 2 and then not finish it out. So
yeah,
5
for
issues.
sure. And I mean, a lot of times what ends up happening is the print run drops off towards the end, and with the way that a lot of these indie titles are getting option and everything, and people jumping into them, you could see that kind of thing come into play a little more in the future, where like these little miniseries, they get option and everything. The harder prints to find, obviously have a premium. So
yeah,
last issues could be a thing again.
Damn, Face sounds sick as shit.
I know, right?
Better, man.
Yeah.
Yo, he's tough, man. He's still doing the comic thing. So
Hey, we're trying. Yeah.
Big shout outs to Face. All right. We got a few Noctera ones. So we got Noctera number 2, 4th print. We got Noctera 3, 3rd print. And then we have Noctera number 5. Probably next time we talk about Noctera, there'll probably be a 4th print to number 4. There'll probably be a second or third print to this one, but this one is getting a lot of second, third, possibly fourth prints already. Popular series. A lot of people are on it.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I love Noctera too. I'm definitely on it. Scott Snyder's been killing it. And you know, it's an interesting story. Good characters, and you know, it's definitely in that sort of horror monster, you know, vibe that is big right now. So, and you know, Scott Snyder just kills it with his writing. So, I'm a huge
Scott
fan of
Snyder,
anything he does.
horror, yeah, all that stuff. You know,
And Tony Daniel's art is fucking on point. So,
yeah, I've heard really good things about the art. Again,
yeah,
this isn't a story, you know, that I'm on.
Great art in this book, man.
But from everybody that's, you know, from what I've seen, what everybody's shown me, it's good stuff. So, and the story's really well, right?
Yeah, for sure. I love everything about the series, man.
All right. We've got an interesting one, and I know you wanted to talk about it. I'm just trying to figure out how many. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 covers of Skybound X #1. I'm going to go to cover A because that's usually the winner. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot of blood.
Yeah, A is usually the winner. This one's interesting because I think another one of these covers has Clementine on it, which this is going to be her first in comics appearance. She's a character made up from I believe Telltale Games for the Walking Dead series.
Is it this one?
I think so. I believe so.
It's either that one or this one.
Yeah, that's definitely her.
That's this one? Okay.
So that one's definitely her. I'm not sure. I think the other one is her too. But yeah, man, it's gonna be her first appearance. So you know, it's hard to say, you know, what kind of effect that's gonna have. It's the first appearance of a character that's essentially a half dead series. No pun intended. Because you know where they're gonna go with her. There's no Walking Dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Comics going on except for reprints, really.
Hey, if it sells, you got to milk it all the way, right? Like that. That's just kind of.
I guess so, man. I guess so, and I'm picking it up, so it's working.
There has to be a profit in order for it to, you know, still be going, right? So, all right. I want to make this one comment about this next book because we got Stray Dogs. Stray Dogs has been very popular. Somebody had made a comment about if you didn't know, there's horror variants. I think everybody kind of knows that they're horror variants. I mean, when you think of horror movies,
yeah, for sure.
Like, I mean, you know, if anybody's been alive in the month of October, they pretty much play every horror movie every day for that whole month. And there's also Halloween where people dress up as certain characters. So shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. But if you're checking, you know, the horror variants and things like that, if that's what you're calling them. But a lot of these books have a lot of the covers with the adaptation to the movies are really successful. So just be on the lookout for them if you see them in shops.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, I'm not. Yeah, you know, as we do this and everything like that, obviously there is, you know, a lot. There's whenever anybody comes on the fucking YouTube machine and says anything, that's a bit of influence and or whatever. And I don't want to say like there's any guarantees in anything in the world.
No.
But man, picking up these Stray Dogs reprints, there is most likely some money to be made there if you're not a fan and you're just looking to resell them and everything. Like, no promises, because you never know, but they're doing pretty good.
You never know.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good in the secondary market right now. So there's definitely a huge interest in these.
I think this one could see the biggest jump just simply because it is #1. It's the 4th print. I mean, you know, probably if you've gotten all of the prints for #1, you probably want to keep it, right? So why not get this one, right? So I do think that this one will be the winner out of the group. per se, right? I think a lot of people are going to be getting this fourth print. But then we also have Stray Dogs 2 third print. We also have Stray Dogs 3 third print. We also have Stray Dogs 4 third print. So a lot of
and honestly, any of them are solid pickups. Like, and actually, there may have been some kind of issues with the ordering on these or some shit like that. That there's not a whole lot of them out there. Whatever. I don't know what exactly happened with it, but there might be some kind of issues with this where there's not a whole lot of them. So
I think with the success that Stray Dogs has had so far, I would not, and especially this week, right? Like, what was it? I think Thursday, Friday, a lot of people were going a little bit crazy with that Stray Dog stuff. I mean, like issue 1 is like, and you guys know, man, if I'm wrong, I'm the first one to admit it. I'm just throwing, numbers out there, but I'm pretty sure Canadian wise, number 1, you're looking at about $150 to $180 for that issue number 1. Like,
yeah, that sounds about right.
So I mean, why not get all the prints? Why not, kind of just keep up on this, especially if you're coming from like that flip side, if you're coming from, that investing side, why not just kind of group them together? It just makes sense, grab that for me. I'm probably going to go after that number 1 fourth print, just because,
I mean, like I said, any of them probably will have value because, people are a fan of this series, of the horror homages, like this series is just checking off a lot of boxes for people. And
man, big shout outs to Ramirez. What's going on, man? 1/3 of
Day 2.
1/3 of the low graders, man. Panel surfing, and they just introduced one new member. Shoot, I forget who. Like, I remember watching it, but I forget the name. So, I apologize, but go check out the low graders. They're doing their thing. Ramirez is hell of a dude. So make sure you guys go sub them up. Go check out their stuff. They got a lot of great stuff. And especially if you're talking horror stuff, the man loves horror.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
J2 knows his fucking horror.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure because there was like a few things going around that like, hey, trying to explain to the community that like, some of these are like horror variants or whatever to like, I think 99% of people kind of knew this. Right. Don't, I mean, it is what it is. So
I know there was an issue with, I guess the last printing or whatever of number 1 that they did. I guess whenever it was listed, it wasn't listed as a horror homage. So I guess a lot of people slept on it or something and didn't get ordered as much or whatever. I'm not sure if that's the case with these also.
No, there hasn't been one that's come out yet where like I haven't seen it and I'm like, oh, like I don't know.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought too. As soon as I saw it, I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't even need it to be listed as a horror homage. I didn't notice that it wasn't listed as a horror homage just because. And until it became a thing, that's when I realized. I was like, oh shit. Guess it wasn't.
Big shout outs to number 72, Hawaiian Punch. What's up, brother?
Still right.
These next options.
Bro, you and me both. I got a box in here of shit that I put together for Newbie's next auction. It's still sitting here together.
Listen. I'll tell you right now. Let's do this. Why don't we do an August auction? Why don't we do Punch? I'll talk to you, Face. Anybody else who wants to join, we'll do something. We'll do something going in. It's been a while since I've done an auction, so I kind of owe it. And they're fun because we get to talk to like a lot of people. So why don't we do that? Why don't we into August and we'll do something? So
why not?
Yeah, let's do it. I had it fun last time. FaceTime my brother. You doing? We need to get you some peppermint tea and honey. Yo.
Right. Don't worry. I got it here.
I told him to get some honey halls or some honey tea. Dude, that honey stuff, man, it works. All right, guys. We are going to jump into Dark Horse now. And really, I mean, Face kind of had one book circled. I'm not even going to talk about Jenny Zero. I'm sorry. If you were waiting all week for me to talk about Jenny Zero, I'm going to be passing by. I apologize. Nothing against Jenny Zero, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jenny Zero it's all right. It's been a good read. I'll grab it.
It's okay. But we got
This
Masters
is
of
the
the
big one,
Universe
though. Yeah, this is the big
Revolution. So we got He-Man, people.
Yeah, bringing them back just in time for the animated series, which if you haven't seen the trailer for that, check it out. It's fucking dope. It's just the animation looks good. Looks like it'll be an interesting story. The song selection was fucking on point. Yeah, well, I mean, what more can you say?
Yeah.
And the comic book series is going to be a great lead-in. So
now
I'm picking it up.
When you started talking, you said this one's going to be big. You know,
What's that?
When you just brought this book up, you said this one's going to be big.
Oh yeah. If you're a fan of He-Man, yeah, this should be a big issue because, like I said, it's going to tie into that a new animated series, and it looks like this is going to be the direction for He-Man for the foreseeable future. So
when
the He-Man fan is definitely a pickup.
Yeah, Bricks is saying first appearance of King Grayskull.
All right, there you go.
Stack the book. Stack. I'm kidding. I never tell people. Hey, I never tell people to stack the book. The only book I've ever told people to stack on. There's only one book I've ever told people to stack on. Free Comic Book Day Spider-Man first appearance of Virus. Why? Because they were free. They were
free, so nothing wrong with stacking it.
They were free, so why not stack it? That's the only book I've ever told anybody to stack. So, just saying. And if anybody's looking for one, I got like 18 copies left. So,
right,
let me know.
Right. Follow your own advice and stack the hell out of it.
Yeah. I heard rumors the trailer was all from episode 1, and the series is about Tella, not He-Man. He-Man won't really be in it. If it's true, that sucks. Ooh. Yeah, it's not.
I guess there was that rumors that was going around apparently, and I didn't actually see the video, but I also read something else afterwards that once that rumor did start going around, Kevin Smith came out and addressed it, basically squashed that rumor. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm personally hoping that it's about He-Man, more so than Tella. I mean, I don't mind feeling everything like that. But He-Man is He-Man, so yeah. I mean, they can give her a bigger role, but He-Man and Prince Adam should be the centerpiece.
Yeah. What do you make of this comment here? Because I'm not up to date on a lot of He-Man first appearances, but Marvel's saying some are mentioning there's a first appearance of King Grayskull, but didn't he appear in number 13 of Volume 2?
That's a good question. I mean, I would have to research it to find out.
Yeah, I would have to research that myself, like right off the top of my head. It's
I have no idea.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll be looking unless somebody, lets us know in the chat. But yeah, that's a good question. That is a very good question.
Yeah, and if anybody knows, by all means, please let us know.
Yeah. All right. We've got G.I. Joe Snake Eyes Dead Game number 5. And, there was another trailer released for Snake Eyes. It is looking really good. I can't wait to see it. Man, if anything, if the movie's anything as well as people are thinking it's going to be, anything Snake Eyes is just going to go, berserker. Haha, see what I did there?
Yeah, right. For sure, man. And to be honest, I've been grabbing this series, and I really like this series by Rob Liefeld. He's done a really good job on it. It's there's some deep G.I. Joe cuts, but it's a different take on G.I. Joe at the same time, a different spin on it. So I liked it. It's been awesome. Kind of disappointed to see the series wrapping up. Hopefully he does some more with Snake Eyes. So
yeah. Jess Cruz, dude, I could not agree with you more. The first one, I was like skeptical. Same thing with Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi, whichever you want to go with. The same thing. Second trailer, I was like, whoa, like. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the first one, but yeah, the second one really just knocked it out of the park. I mean,
yeah.
And like you said, in both cases, to be honest.
Which I'm hoping that happens with Eternals. There, I said it.
Right, right.
So,
and hey, I mean, good chance.
if you're a first time watcher, don't freak out. I'm not passing Marvel. If you know anything about me, I love Marvel. We just kind of wait till the end because we actually have a very exclusive today. And I'll let you know what that is. But first, we got to do Boom.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we got to do Boom. And we got a few books to do before we get into Dynamite Newbie's pick of the week. So we got Ballistic #2. Face, you were really high on the. Excuse me, you were really high on this when the first issue came out. You were very high on the issue, and I believe Mr. Key Issues himself was very high on this issue. You guys talked about it on your previously on show prior to it being released and things like that. But you guys were very high on this, and you still are very high on this.
Yeah, for sure. Basilisk was a great read. It's a play on the Basilisk itself, where when it made eye contact, had like that Medusa effect, turning people to stone or whatever.
Yo, time out. How do you pronounce it?
Basilisk.
Okay, I said Basilisk. Basilisk.
Oh, Basilisk.
Basilisk. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, it's a play on that her powers have that, that same effect where they, turn people to stone or whatever. There's obviously a couple other people with some powers that have a history with her, and it looks like that's where we're going for now in the series. It was a good first issue. I'm definitely picking up the second issue. Looking forward to seeing where it's going. The art was on point with it. There was a lot of great covers for it. So, cool series for sure.
Marvel is saying it's so good. Pick up the second print from last week. There was Something Is Killing the Children, free comic book day pages in there, and some cameos of new characters.
Yep, whoa. Exactly.
Yeah.
They slipped in a little preview of the free comic book day issue in there. So if you picked it up, or you do pick it up,
I'm sure it's still out there. Like I'm sure like that freebie is in some shops, especially with 80% of people not really knowing. Maybe.
What do you mean?
Like of that free comic book day?
I mean, it depends, man. Like, word on this stuff kind of gets out pretty quick. So, there was probably a lot of people that went and scooped them up. But yeah, you might still be able to find them for sure.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Speaking I had already had a couple on order, so
Speaking of Something Is Killing the Children in a free comic book day, we're a month away. We're a month away, people. Month away. Yep. And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Because I don't want my copies going to somebody else. But that's all I'm going to say. Google what I just said. But that's the only hint anybody here is going to get from me. All right. Next up, we've got Face. It's we've got
which one?
No, I'm trying to we're not going to talk about Magic Gathering. No Power Rangers.
Magic, I mean, like Magic's cool and all. The art on is good. I keep picking them up, but I have no idea what the fuck I'm reading when I'm reading it. So,
WWE New Day Power of Positivity.
Oh yeah, bro. I put this on the list for a very specific reason. This is a shout out to my man Hyper. Hyper's a big wrestling fan, and he let me know about this coming out. So, it's definitely a pickup for that reason. I don't know I don't know a whole lot about current wrestling. I'm gonna be honest. It's a very interesting cover. But hey, what the hell? Hyper got me to grab it, so I'm gonna grab it.
Donuts, pancakes.
Yeah, man. Who doesn't love pancakes?
Yeah. There's another one, I think. There's another, this one right here.
Oh, and more fucking pancakes.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
Yeah,
again, I'm not really following WWE as closely as once before. When I was growing up, you had the Attitude Era, NWO, Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H was still a badass, Kurt Angle, Jericho. I gotta say Edge, obviously, because if not, Hyper won't talk to me ever again. But that's kind of the era.
All the
Nowadays,
Canadian guys.
outside of like Roman Reigns and stuff, like I'm not really, not much for the wrestling nowadays. So yeah. Oh, and I forgot Randy Orton and Batista, obviously. Shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah, those guys. There is one more in a series that I've talked about a
Dave
lot.
Batista is fucking Drax. He is not a wrestler.
Oh, fuck. Pancakes for life.
Everybody loves pancakes, man.
The only wrestling I follow these days is the Tony Sanders show. Great show, by the way. Yes, and that show
right? For sure.
has two champions or previous champions. You got the former world heavyweight champion right here, and you have the 5-time, should have been 6, but you got the 5-time TV champ, Mr. Hyper Combo himself. When you speak to him, make sure you say 5-time champ. All right, we've got, this is the one right here, Wind number 8. This series is kind of going a little bananas. This was on the hot list back in May. Issue number 1 is going crazy. A lot of people, they're scrambling to find a lot of those early prints now. So this is something that I think a lot of people will be picking up, especially with, all those rumors and things back in May about this book possibly being an adaptation to a show or something like that. So this, I expect to be heated up. The whole series, be something down the road.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I jumped on Wind, as soon as it was coming out. I jumped on it pretty early and got really excited about it before it was even out. Just because of the prospect of, James Tynion writing it. That was enough to get me interested in the series. The preview that came out in Something That's Killing the Children 7 made me more excited for it. And then and then we got the first issue, and it was all right. So it was okay. See, the thing was, this was written in a format, at least originally, it was written in a format for a graphic novel. And then COVID fuckery caused it to be released, in other ways. And the first issue was kind of slow. It started off like a slow burn, but it definitely picked up by the end. And if you stuck with it, the payoff was worth it. And the new series has been just as good so far. So it's taken right off from where we were, and I really like where this is going. So it definitely paid to stick with Wind through the first few issues.
The one thing I will say too is, on one hand, Cover A is a book that a lot of people can't find. It's for the most part, it has been a little bit of a ghost. A lot of people go after that Momoko 1 in 10, and I get it. People are going to say, "Oh, well, it's 1 in 10. Right. Obviously, it's more rare than the Cover A." The Cover A itself is also hard to find. So you on the one side that I want to say that it is a ghost to find. It's also a book that you can find. So it's kind of like a conundrum, I guess you could say. But it's out there, but it's not. You just kind of have to look. Because I do know some people that are picking it up on the wild for cheap, right? Like my guy Hyper, Hyper picked up a few copies. I know, like on eBay and stuff, that Cover A is kind of a ghost. So just be careful.
Is it?
Well, the 1 in 10 you're gonna find. The Cover A is a little difficult.
I haven't looked into it, to be honest. I mean, I got it in a box somewhere, so
I regret it because I had a chance to buy a 9.6 CGC for $80 and I passed up on it. And like thinking back on it, I'm like, I should have maybe.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad, but
yeah. What can you do? On to the next one.
What's that?
On to the next one.
On to the next one, yeah. So speaking of on to the next one, we've got Dynamite Pick of the Week. If you're new to the channel, we don't really talk too much about it. I just kind of pick a book that I think has got like a really great cover, and then we just kind of move on. But there's a little twist. Why? Because Face is actually doing a Dynamite pick of the week. Yes. I think he heard that Hyper did one last week, so he was kind of like, you know what, let me in on the fun.
I was. Hyper did his pick, and I got a little jealous. I was like, oh shit, I got to do a Dynamite pick of the week, and then I'm not gonna color inside the fucking lines either. I'm not even gonna pick a book from Dynamite.
Ooh, what are you picking?
So my issue is actually coming out from AWA. Fucking artists, writers, and artisans, or something like that. I don't know. But it's Fight Girls #1.
So let me find it here.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's not Dynamite, but it is Face's pick.
It's not. But it is Frank Cho goodness. So definitely worthy of being a Dynamite pick of the week.
Tim's like, don't disappoint me. Face is golden for a pick, and then goes off the charts and doesn't even pick Dynamite.
Right?
Oh, dude, I could totally just, like, if I was in the same room as Tim, I could totally Tim being like, yo, heartbroken. Yeah, hey.
Wow.
So Fight Girls #1. Okay. Shoot. You know what? This is going to be
it, man. Because, like, you know, when Frank Cho draws, it's like he's actually seen a woman naked before, you know.
This one might be difficult to find, too, because, like, you know,
AWA is not a huge publisher.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, if you're on early, I mean, you know, you're obviously an advantage. But, yeah, there's, you know, if you didn't know about this, you're kind of missing out, right? So, you know, that's where the importance of, like, you know, following people like Sparks, who is, like, you know, I consider him Mr. FOC. You know, there's others, but I always talk very highly of Sparks. Obviously, previously on, you know, the thing that comic pins do, you know, Keys, Face, Hyper, you know, now Black Crown, you know, that's the advantage. That is the advantage of listening to these guys talk, is that you're getting.
We just do an abbreviated version. Sparks does the comprehensive stuff, though. So.
Yeah. So, what is going on, Bleecker? Jay, what's going on, man? Happy 4th of June. Never mind. Yeah, July 1st over here, brother. Happy July 4th to all you guys. I was saying when I started the show, I'm wearing, you know, red, white, blue. I didn't mean to do that on purpose. It just happened. So I'm repping. All right. Well, I guess it's my turn to go to my Dynamite pick of the week. And hopefully, you know, Tim is, you know, his jaw's back to normal and he's not disappointed.
Hopefully Tim, you know, could appreciate my pick anyway.
Yeah. And I will say there is a lot of great books this week for Dynamite, like art-wise, cover-wise, you know, things like that. I'm not going to go cosplay or anything like that. I will say I'm going right here. And I would never pay. Well, I thought it was $50. I thought it was going to be $50. I really like this one. I like the art. I like that 50s, you know, black and white style.
What is that on?
That is on Betty Page and the Curse of Banshee #2.
Oh, okay.
T. You know, you got to get down the line. You know that these have like 600 covers when you get down to
yeah, for sure.
That's just crazy. And I believe it is a 1 in 15. So it's not?
No, it is.
Oh, yeah? Shoot. That's only
right up there.
$3. Wow,
15 copy incentive.
That's crazy. Again, these are just our Dynamite picks of the week. It's just based on the art, or, you know, if we find one of the covers to be sexy. That's pretty much it. So don't read too much into it, people. Don't stack this book. I mean, unless you really like it, but it's not, you know, I don't even get my Dynamite picks of the week. So just putting that out there. All right. Let's move on to Marvel. And we got, you know, obviously there's a lot to talk about with Marvel. Starting off with Amazing Spider-Man 70. And you guys already, I don't even have to tell you who this is. It's Peach Momoko.
Yes, sir. And you know, she's doing a whole series of these anime covers. And I like all of them, bro. I'm picking them up. I'm picking up the set.
Dude, okay. I mean, I'm not against it, but like
I don't
when I
know.
saw
I like them just for the what they are. This like this one's not my favorite, but it's all right. It's cool. She's got some really good ones though.
yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of blank. I love the white covers. Don't get me wrong, but there is a lot of negative space there.
I see.
mean?
That's one of the things that I like about them. I don't know. The simplicity of them. So
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like.
kind of has like a sketch cover vibe to me.
I don't like Peach that much. I don't think, I can totally see a group of people, whether like, anybody in the chat does, hey, do it. But I could totally see a lot of people getting this whole set kind of, putting.
Oh yeah, I am.
That together, but for me,
yeah, I just want to have the set. Like I said, there's a bunch of them in there that I do like a lot. So, I'm gonna grab it.
Yeah, it goes back to buy what you like, guys.
Now I will say this though, on Amazing Spider-Man 70. Can you go back in there?
Yeah. I was just gonna check out the other copies.
I think there's incentives on that.
See, I like that. That's a nice cover.
Yeah.
You said there's incentives?
See, like I don't know, like I like that Spider-Man cover there. Yeah, I think there's I believe there's a 1 in 25 on that.
Yeah, hold on, maybe it's this one. They did the numbers opposite.
I'm not sure.
What the hell? So we got
there it is.
This
I
one?
like that, man. That one is dope as hell. I love that cover right there. I like that cover, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna be skipping this book completely, to be honest with you. So yeah.
Yeah. I think this is actually also the lead into Sinister War, which I think is hopefully going to be the high point of Nick Spencer run because it sounds pretty dope. And it looks like we're finally going to find out what's going on with Kindred and everything like that. It's going to be wrapping up. So
everything that happens.
Hopefully this kicks off some really good shit.
Yeah. I'm hopeful, but yeah, we'll see. Sticking with Spider-Man face, we got Spider-Man Annual number 2.
Yeah.
Star
is, I believe, this continues the Infinite Destinies and the Infinite Fury story that's going on. It centers around the Infinity Gems. So, yeah, 75 is a good point to jump back in for sure.
I don't know. If I jump back, maybe. I don't know. It hasn't been great. We're kind of. I mean, me and Hyper. Yeah, we've been off of it for a while. I believe Keys and you, I think, are the only two that are on it still. But I've
been sticking with it because they just keep putting some fucking cover on there that I like. So, I keep ending up with them and everything like that. But that annual number 2 that plays into the Infinity Gem stuff, the Infinity Stones, and like the big events that they're going to be doing this summer. So more so than like the actual Spider-Man run. So
yeah. I think I know you're going to be excited about this next book because, well, it's one of your favorite characters. But we got Extreme Carnage Alpha number 1. We got 5 covers. There's probably going to be a few incentives that previews isn't showing. But yeah, we've got Agent Anti-Venom, and we've got Scream there on the cover. It's a dope cover. I'll give it that.
For sure.
You have Carnage in the background of like all of it, right? You see the face. So.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be a lot of good covers for this. Obviously, if you're a Carnage fan, it's their I guess symbiote event. I think this is more of a standalone kind of event because it feels like it's going to center around like the Life Foundation symbiotes. Not really sure what they're doing yet. I'm going to check it out. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Just doesn't feel like it's going to be anything huge as far as spec, but you never know. You never know until it comes out.
No, that's true. Hey, speaking of, you never know. You never know when this guy's gonna pop in. One of the nicest guys,
Oh yeah.
Mr. Street Side Anthony. If you guys never know, you didn't want to put a face to it. Well, you guys know he's in my video when we do the spec stuff, but here it is, Mr. Anthony himself. Welcome, brother. Hope you're having a wonderful July 4th. Speaking of another great guy, we got Vancouver Comic Junkie, Mr. VCJ. What is up, brother? Thank you for tuning in. And I've just been alerted about this. Hey, guys, wanted to say, dropping in and saying hello to my brothers on YouTube and the chat. Also, I hope Marvel Pay, 10-year-old kid, did that green. Dude, thank you, man. Thank you. All that negative white space, too, man. It's just, yeah. But, hey, hope you're enjoying yourself, man. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday.
Listen, not everybody's into Peach Momoko style. That's cool.
And no. But, hey, it is what it is, right? I can totally see a lot of people liking it, picking it up, stacking it. A lot of people are still grabbing all that, Peach stuff. They love it. So
I'll be honest, like I said, I'll be honest. I'm not a huge Peach Momoko fan, but those I do like. And obviously not everybody does.
No.
And that's cool.
So, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, we got a lot of covers for it. 5. There's probably going to be a bit more. So, I mean, it is a number one. Carnage, obviously one of the hotter characters to talk about in this past year. Obviously, the movie lead up. There's probably going to be a lot more to do with Carnage and things like that. So, who knows?
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they do in this miniseries as far as like I don't know, just what they're doing with Carnage, who he's going to end up being. Is it going to be Corlin? Is it going to be Cletus by the end? Like, what, I don't know. It's just, wrap up some stuff, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Phil from Comic Talks Weekly. What's going on, brother? I thought Peach was an AKA for CB. Jeez. Oh, boy. Yeah, well, hey, speaking of Peach, let's keep it going, right? Let's keep talking about Peach for a bit. We got Immortal Hulk 48, another Momoko variant.
Yeah, like I said, there's a whole set of them.
And like I said, a lot of negative space on there.
Apparently, they're all green this week.
Jeez, man. I mean, if you're getting that, if you're getting the Green Goblin one, the Spider-Man, you're probably going to get this one. You're going to get both of them.
Yeah.
Right? I mean.
Yeah. Yep. Can't argue it.
How many are there, Face? Like in total for, how many are there coming out? Like how many?
I don't know. Too fucking many. I think there's like 11.
11?
Not this week, but I don't know how many there are this week, but I think there's 11 in total.
Okay. 2. Okay. That's not too bad, especially if they're doing 2 to 3 a week.
Right.
Simple math here, guys, but if you pick up the 2 this week, you only got 9 left, right? So
that is some good math there, Noob.
I'm just throwing off,
bro, you're on point with it. But on the other hand, you keep pulling up that fucking Peach Momoko cover, and it fucks me up, man. Immortal Hulk 48. It's getting ready to wrap up the end of the series. Kind of you seeing a little bit. I think it looks like in this one the interplay between Betty Banner and Bruce Banner and what's going to be the status quo for their relationship going forward kind of play out right now. Because Red Harpy is back and looks like her and Hulk are getting ready to kick the shit out of the Avengers. I think the last I saw 47 or some shit like that. Yeah.
I just want to let everybody know that Face lied to you. Okay. He lied to you. He lied to all of you. He said there was 2. Look, I just for a minute thought, wait a minute. I think I saw a third one. We got number 3.
Oh, no, shit. I don't know how many are coming out this week.
Yeah.
We saw 2 so far. There might be more. I have no idea.
It's not green either. So.
No, I was definitely wrong. They're not all green.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, when we passed by this, I was like, wait a minute. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, wait, scroll up. Like my mind just did this trick where I was like, wait a minute. I think that's one of them. So.
Yeah, it is. There might be more. I see X-Men and Captain America's coming out. So there might be one on them too.
We did pass up this, by the way. and I apologize for that. But America Chavez, made in the U.S. We're kind of coming up to the end of the story arc.
Yeah.
You know, don't want to show off my
Yeah,
math.
it's just getting interesting too. Yeah, it's just getting interesting too, because you find out that she's got some stuff going on in her past.
Yeah.
He really does. Actually, they did a Blade series with him, and that pretty much was almost the exact picture.
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. That is really funny.
It was it was not a great Blade series either, man. Like I really tried to like it. I really did. But yeah, it's just whatever.
Born. Happy July 4th, brother. And to everybody tuning in, happy July 5th to James Watson. Because he's down under. So yeah. So America Chavez, yeah, I mean, I will say this face, all the covers for this run have been dope. Like all 5 of them, or 4 of them so far, because I don't know what 5 looks like, but they're dope.
Yeah, there's definitely been some good covers for the series. I don't remember all of them. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea. My memory's shit. So.
Number 1 was the one that I was telling everybody where we argued with Hyper, or you argued with us about like that thigh, right? There was that laying down one. Then number 2 was,
oh yeah, that was god awful.
Yeah, number 2 was the one where the calf. Number 2 is the one where she's standing. Number 3 was where the hand or whatever was taking, like the eyes were white and like kind of just.
No. Number 1 had a good A cover though. Number 1 had a fucking good A cover.
Yeah, that's the one that you argued with me face about.
No. The calf cover was the B cover.
Was it B cover?
Yeah, the calf cover was the B cover, because there was a B and a C for that, and both the B and the C were horrible, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can't remember. Jeff is saying, I'm surprised there was no issue 3rd print. Yeah.
I know, right? I was waiting for that to fucking pop up too. Because there was just the reveal with her. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, there was a reveal in issue 3 that usually would have got a 2nd print, but it didn't pop up yet, so we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Finishing off our Marvel talk, we've got Thor and Loki, Double Trouble, end of the run. This one seems to me,
you know what,
flew by.
Bro? The whole reason that I put this on the list was because I read something about this and can't remember what the fuck it was, but something stuck out about me that made me order it. Like they were doing something and it was just, maybe it was I don't know. I have no idea what it was. Maybe a cover. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they're all there, right? I mean, you got
right.
Thor.
Yeah, because you got the female. Well, I think there's the female Thor, the female Loki, both male versions. So, it's just having all 4 of them on the cover at the same time. That was probably it.
Well, if there is something cool about it, I'm sure it'll come to you a little bit later. You'll let everybody know.
No, it probably won't, man. I smoke a lot of weed.
Oh, yeah, it's true. But it is the end of the run too. So.
Yeah, right.
If, I'm sure there's copies, but I mean, who knows?
Oh, yeah. It probably won't be hard to find.
Hey, what's going on, man? Oh, fuck. All right.
Whoa, there was a few other ones that for Marvel, X-Men 1 was a pretty. Is that on there?
Hold on, mate. I jumped the gun.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we missed that one or not, because that was one we'll definitely want to mention. I could be wrong.
I jumped the gun. X-Men 1. Perfect. Hold up. I got it right here, face.
Let's see.
Whoa. Boom. Shoot. So much technical stuff here. So much technical.
Oh, it happens. What can you do?
So X1.
It happens sometimes, guys. What can you do? Yeah, so X-Men 1, obviously a relaunch of the X-Men series. And if you've been following the run or you're looking for a good jumping on point, I guess this would be it. Not sure what the direction of the series is going to be yet. It's kind of surprising that they're relaunching it again so early after the last relaunch, but whatever. Here we are. New X-Men #1 issue with a new team.
Surprise, surprise.
And then Newbie, actually, there was one other one too that might be a little bit relevant. Star Wars Bounty Hunters 14.
Okay.
And that one's because of this new characters. It's I think the first appearance was in like the Jabba the Hutt one shot or something like that. So this would be like her second appearance. But the whole storyline ties in together with what's going on. It's the whole War of the Bounty Hunters right now. So I know she was. I believe she was on a cover. So
that's weird as hell. Just give me 1 second, brother. Just had a little technical difficulty there. What's going on here? There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So Bounty Hunters, which one was it? Sorry.
Yeah, it'll be Star Wars Bounty Hunters 14.
This one right here. Yep. Her cameo was a last page in issue 13. A lot of people didn't realize who it was, what it was, but yeah.
Yeah. And then I think I'm not sure, but I think her first full they said was in that one shot for Jabba the Hutt, but I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. I don't.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I'm not current on this run, to be honest. I'm a little behind on it.
Philly Born is saying maybe in the minority, but I'm very excited for X-Men 1.
I'm actually excited for it too. I'm hoping that they get back to a little. I don't want to say like the status quo because I don't necessarily hate everything they've done recently. But it's definitely been different. But I do like to see the X-Men more, as a team than what they've had kind of going on with the run recently. So
yeah. Sam, we will actually be talking about this in the news portion of what's going on, man. So yeah,
right.
We'll touch base on that in a few minutes. Yeah, missing link. What's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. Whoa, what's going on over there?
My bad. That was my girl's phone.
Jeez. All right, you guys know I love DC very, very much. So we're gonna get into DC now. Just give me 1 second as I load it all up, guys. DC face, a lot of stuff going. A lot of exciting things, think, or what? I think there's one that sticks out the most.
Yeah, they've got a couple that are all right. There's one that's definitely going to be, I think,
the winner.
Yeah, I mean, it should be. It should be anyway. Well, there's a couple that should be winners, but
it's DC. Come on, man. Let's,
I mean, bro, like DC's comics right lately have been, in my opinion, pretty good. Like, there's been some really good reads.
I was in last.
I won't say everything, but
no,
there's definitely some series out there worth picking up.
All right, well, let's kick it off. We got Batman 110.
I mean, it's Batman, so everybody gets Batman, and rightfully so. Right now, James Tynion's doing a pretty good run. There's a lot of people that aren't into all the new characters, but it is what it is. It's James Tynion's sandbox right now, and at least he's writing interesting, compelling stories so far.
True, very true. Yeah. I'm passing.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything necessarily key about the issue. You never know with him. So, yeah.
I think the last DC book I was like super excited for was like Future State, the Teen Titans with the Red X, and Yara Flora. Those two were the ones that stick out the most.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Yara's gonna probably have a big future. So
$200 right now. CGC 9.8. They're out there.
And not for nothing, like Red X is pretty fucking dope. Like the stuff that they're doing with him in his storylines right now has been pretty interesting. I like where they're going with it. So
yeah, definitely. All right, next book up, Face. We got Justice League 64.
yeah, I put this one on the list because it sounds like there's going to be a first appearance of like what the Union or the United or something like that. Which sounds like
The United.
yeah, kind of like I don't know, a galactic police force, maybe. Maybe they're like their version of Guardians of the Galaxy or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to say Green Lantern Corps because they don't wear rings or anything like that. Like I don't know, just a kind of galactic team. So yeah.
First appearance. I mean, DC first appearance. I feel like we hear about that a lot. Like you said,
Yeah, right.
You can't go wrong with the first appearance, right? Whether
it depends what they do with them.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a one-off. It could be a launching point for a new project. Who knows?
Yeah, and it's only $4.99, so it's not a crazy price. I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out. I'm definitely thinking that this could be there. Later Tuesday, early Wednesday. So I'm not in no rush. But yeah, first appearances. Let's see where they go. You can make a few bucks on it if you're coming from that investment and that flip side. There's a few bucks to be made.
Yeah, you never know.
Face, this is probably the biggest book they'll have this week, in my opinion. But we got
for sure. I think
number 2.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the hot one from DC this week. Well, you never know. There is that one other one that could be potentially hotter, but this is one that should probably be the hot book of the week. The first issue fucking was outstanding. DC horror
hottest
series.
comics of the month.
What's that?
It was probably one of the best and hottest comics of the month.
Yeah, it probably was. And it was a great read too, man. If you're into horror, this looks like it's going to be, in your wheelhouse because, it's that type of series. James Tynion loves writing horror.
This has the makings of something, on a big screen. This.
Yeah, I could see it as a movie or something like that.
So
they might be able to adapt it the right way. So we'll see.
Yeah. And Philly Born is saying, yeah, Nice House is fire. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely picking this up.
Swamp Thing number 5.
Yeah, I put this one on the list as I don't know. First of all, I've been reading Swamp Thing and I've been very much enjoying this run. It's definitely a good read, but it might be a little bit of a sleeper. It's just by the synopsis. It sounds like they might be introducing a new sidekick for John Constantine,
Wow.
Which could be interesting. So
another first appearance.
Yeah, but man, John Constantine with a sidekick, that I could see that being a thing if they could, use that into his own project. John Constantine with a legit sidekick running around could be fucking fire. They do that right.
Yeah, it's a decent cover too. I mean, if I
for sure. And actually, the B cover is dope as shit. If you could switch over to that one.
Boom. Wow, it's actually pretty dope. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that B cover is fire.
Yeah. Wow. Did you pick up both?
Absolutely.
Yeah. First time Swampy has nothing to do with Alec Holland.
Right?
Interesting.
Well, you can't exactly say nothing to do. I mean, there's still some, at least a little bit of involvement right there so far. So, but I actually have no idea what his name or her name is going to be. I have no idea what it's going to be. It's just it's interesting. I think, Newbie, can you read the last line of the synopsis there?
Absolutely. Swamp Thing must team up with an old trench-coated acquaintance and his new protege to save the present from the atrocities of our past.
could you have read that any fucking quieter? No, yeah. So yeah, new protege. So I don't know. Yeah, sidekick, whatever.
I thought I read that like, very professional,
It was professional. Just a little, maybe a little low volume bump on it would have been.
Sidekick would be called Big Cigarette.
Right?
I'd say Constantine Jr. Hey, it is what it is. Very Shatner, Newbie. Yeah, that's what I was kind of going for.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. All right. We got Justice League Infinity #1. Is this the one that you think would be their hotter than Nice House on the Hill on the lake?
No, not at all. This is just cool because this is it sounds like an extension of the Justice League from the DC animated universe. So if you were a fan of that, and a lot of people were, kind of they've been bringing these back with like Batman's The Adventure Continues season 1 and then season 2. So just a good read, and like I said, if you're a fan of the old cartoon, worth picking up.
Yeah. Okay, hold on a sec, because those are the only books I have for DC.
Now there was one other one on there, Batman Fortnite 0.6.
Oh God, not this.
Yeah. It pains me, but yeah, it could be the one that's bigger just because of that fucking Fortnite code.
Isn't this the one that has all of the codes from the previous books too?
I have no idea, man, but I know that this week when I go to the comic book shop, I got to fucking fight off Fortnite people. So and it's been like, it's crazy. It's crazy too, because every week that these come out, man, there's all these, and I guess it's good, it's good, but unfortunately, they're just coming in to get these codes. They're not like coming in to really be part of the fucking hobby or the community. But yeah, there's a large group of people that come in for these Fortnite comics. So
yeah, and we all know that these go crazy for.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like they blow up for like a week because I guess the Fortnite people don't know about second printings and that they're going to be collected editions and all that shit down the road. So there is a window to unload these for premium. Unfortunately, on the Fortnite people, and there are people that do take advantage of that. So.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I just don't, like.
And if there is value to it, hey, cool. I don't know anything about Fortnite, so those codes might have the fucking value that they're looking for.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know anything about it, so.
Yeah, like I go on numbers and history, and like history has shown that these things, come Wednesday afternoon, it's the flip of it and everything like that. Like if you're buying that book for money purposes, like you basically got a day, right? Like Tuesday to kind of flip it. But again, I don't big happen book. At this point, maybe people are just collecting all of them.
Yeah. You know what? And I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually collecting them just for the covers. Mostly I have them, and I haven't read a fucking one of them. I know nothing about Fortnite, so I'm not even gonna try to,
Yeah.
But I do like the cover on some of them. I knew that Batman Snake Eyes was coming, so I was like, well, if I'm gonna get that one, I just might as well get the series.
Yeah, and you're a G.I. Joe fan, so.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Well, we got to a point in the show where we're gonna transition into Face's favorite topic.
Oh, for sure. What is it? I got you.
I like how you agree. You're like, yeah. What is it?
I know, right? I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
Come on, man. All right, so we're getting into our news part of the show. And obviously, guys, there's a lot of news that happens. But, we only cover a few things that kind of, they get our attention. Hey, what's going on, Kev? So, yeah, let's get started with the news. And then we're going to talk some Loki.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, first up, guys, I posted about this, you know, with that Lego leak, and I had some people be like, "Well, Newbie, like the Endgame one and the Infinity Wars, like they leaked and everything." I get it, 100%.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it didn't work out twice, but sometimes it does work. Sometimes it is leaked and it goes a long way, and sometimes it doesn't. It works both ways, right? So not our job, because it's not my job, but like when I do get some information, I do like to post it, and that information was out way before I even posted it. I'm not even taking credit for it. I just posted it because some people didn't see it. But yeah, I totally get it. Sometimes they leak it and it's not accurate. It happens, but what if it is, right?
Yeah.
Spider-Man No Way Home debuts a strikingly different costume, and if you're wondering what it is, well, it's right there. It's that black and gold suit. I've never seen it. I don't even know what it is. It's got to be definitely brand new because I've never seen it. Like any Spider-Man
stealth suit.
Yeah. So, well, I remember them having the armor suit, like Web of Spider-Man. What is it, 100? That's the only one that I could think of, but I never. Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be cool if he shows up. I don't think it's gonna fucking like I don't think it's gonna they're gonna change out his costume permanently or anything like that for this.
Isn't he like the New York Mets Spider-Man now with like the orange and blue thing he's got going on? Or is that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What is it? The orange and blue thing? I have no idea what that is. Oh, you're talking about that fucking I know what the J. Jonah Jameson. No, that was I think that was like one off.
Okay. That's what they call it.
Yeah, they got rid of that already.
Spider-Man, so that's what it is. But okay, the only thing that I'll say about this is the last movie. Remember, there was the pop and there was the Lego and there was like action figures of him wearing that all black suit. It was like this. I think that was the stealth suit, but he only literally wore it for like 4 minutes, and it was basically because he didn't want to wear the Spider-Man suit, so it didn't look like it was him, kind of thing. So like, I don't know. Even the Iron Spider suit, right? When it first came out, that book was like a $5 book.
Yeah.
The movie came out, now it's still like a $30 book. So I could see it being something like that, but this, I don't know.
Well, and I mean, it's cool that these books have a little value that we picked up, when we were kids and everything like that. But and they, they should have a little bit of value, I guess. So I think they're just kind of taking their place where maybe they should be, $20-$30 for something like that. It's not too bad. I don't think to pay, but
especially if you picked it up.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll probably just be a one-off in the movie or whatever, even if they use it at all or whatever. So it's cool. Just it'll show up for a minute.
It's interesting, but yeah, I just wanted to touch base on it because I know a lot of people are like, man, it doesn't have to be doesn't have to be anything. They don't do them all. Yeah, but like if you're wrong,
maybe not. Who knows?
You never know. So you look at those leaks. That Scorpion book is just jumping off the charts right now too. So, just saying.
Yeah, who knows? Are they using Scorpion? I don't know.
We will find out in a few months, my friend. We will find out.
Yeah, right.
This is more shocking to me than, I don't know. But Black Widow will show the origin of Natasha and Yolanda's relationship. Now that is a shocker. If
Yolanda.
Yelena.
Yolanda. I love it.
Shit.
And that's how we get Yolanda Belova.
We're gonna get the origin story of both sisters here. I don't think this is a shocker. I don't even know how this made the news, to be honest with you, because I feel like we kind of knew that. She's gonna be like the future. Yelena is gonna be the future. So like.
Yeah. Was this surprising to people or something?
Some people were surprised. I showed this to somebody. Okay. No, sorry. Somebody showed this to me, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of how it goes. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I thought this was going to be about. But okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
I
know
mean,
what else to add to it.
you know, Inhumans 5 is probably the book. Don't pick up the Red Guardian first appearance. I'm sorry if you're in the chat and you're trying to sell that book off. I've been telling people that that book is a one and done book. There's not really a lot of money to be made. You might see a spike, but outside of that, I mean,
well, you never know if he makes it out of the movie. Who knows?
I think Inhumans 5 will. There's still room to grow on that. To be honest with you, even though the movie comes out on this Friday, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only one we know for sure doesn't have a future is Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson.
Well, you'd be surprised because Kevin
But
Feige.
yeah, it's Marvel. You can bring him back in the comics. They brought him back in the movies.
We'll see.
Yeah, who knows?
Guys, last week I kind of told you guys something. Last Sunday. And big shout outs to Hood Rat, aka one of the guys from Team Nerd Herd. But I told you guys last week that I was supposed to be on their 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and I had one of the busiest days, work, moving my mom, and I couldn't jump on, and I felt terrible. I told you guys that. I don't know if they were on or they were listening, but you know, they knew what happened. So I just want to give them big shout out because they kind of understood. You know, I had a long day and I couldn't make the show, and I felt bad because I did want to make the show. I didn't want to duck out on them, but I had to. I was just basically dying of sleep at that point. But you know, if you guys don't know Team Nerd Herd, make sure you guys go check them out. They just passed 1,000 subscriber giveaway. They just passed 1,000 subscribers. They did their giveaway. They got a lot of great shows, new logo, things like that. Yeah. So make sure you guys go show some love to Team Nerd Herd. Lonzo over there, you know, Steve, Ian, all those guys, really solid dudes, really good community guys, and just good guys to talk to, man. I mean, Ian, there hasn't been a conversation where he, you know, turns me away. We talk about anything and everything, stocks, comics, things like that. So make sure you guys go tune in to Team Nerd Herd, man. Great guys over there. So if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah, their shows are great, man. Definitely. If you haven't checked them out, for sure.
And like hours, like Spine Ticks. No, just kidding.
Nah, Spine Ticks is great too, bro. If you haven't checked them out, bro, Spine Ticks, Team Nerd, Pressable Defect, check them all out, man.
If you haven't checked out Spine Ticks and you have 8 hours, you know, be fine. Just broke their record, so you know, they'll be fine. But no, the Spine Ticks,
Spine Ticks definitely loves you long time.
Yeah, they're two groups that we respect very much on this end over here. So big shout outs to both of them. But yeah, make sure you guys go check out Team Nerd Herd. Ian over there and those guys do a lot of great stuff. So make sure you guys go check them out.
Definitely.
All right, Face. Next piece of news. I think you're going to like it, but James Gunn revealed some villains that didn't make the cut. He was quoted as saying that every character in the movie has a purpose, and whether that purpose was small or big in the upcoming movie and the future projects, all have a certain point of purpose. So that's kind of an interesting that he picked certain characters and said that, right? Which means to me that some of these characters are going to die. Some of these characters might not make it out of the first movie or the first scene or the first minute that they're on the screen.
Well, I mean,
with the last one, right?
I mean, you know, there's a chance that they all make it out of the first minute. But yeah, definitely. I mean, we already know that these characters aren't all going to make it out of this movie. Well, I think the interesting thing to take away from this is what he says is about future projects, and the way he says that is plural. I mean, because we already know that we're getting Peacemaker, so you know, obviously Peacemaker's probably going to make it out of this movie, and we're going to see something going forward with him. But he does say projects, so maybe he's got more in the works. Maybe he's got a Suicide Squad too. So, you know, there's pretty good chance that Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn is going to make it out of this movie. Bloodsport is an interesting one because, you know, in the comics he doesn't last very long, and then, you know, they brought him back, I think, at some point. But, you know, so he's an interesting one. because he's also, you know, a big enough actor that you could definitely see him in future projects. So who knows? Who knows what they're gonna do?
Look at this. I talk about him. I say his name 3 times, and he shows up. Mr. FOC himself.
Boom! There he is. Yeah.
Mr. New Orleans or New Orleans. I don't want to butcher it because people from that city are very specific. But yeah, Mr. Sparks. What's going on, brother? Thanks for tuning in. You know, like I said, Mr. FOC. If you don't know Sparks and you want to get some information ahead of time, he's a good guy to go to. So make sure you guys.
And that's the best thing that you can do to get ahead in this hobby, is get your information ahead of time. And Sparks, you know, like we said, and we always put out on our show, he does one of the most comprehensive FOC shows that there is. So definitely, if you got time, check him out, and he'll get the help put on the right path for getting them books and the orders in early, so that you can do as much as you possibly can to secure your orders.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's nothing you can do. I'm looking at you, white number one.
White number one.
Oh man, the distro on that was just a fucking mess.
Oh shit. Okay.
So many allocations and just, man.
This next piece of information, or this next piece of news rather, basically broke the internet. And Face, I think you know where I'm going with this. I think everybody and their mother is talking about this. But
yeah, right.
We got to talk about it. Beyonce now owns CGC. Oh, I'm sorry. Jay-Z.
Whoa.
Now owns.
Damn, shots fired, man.
CGC.
Listen, I was trying to open up a communication with the man. I hit him up on Instagram, trying to get these turnaround times taken care of. You know, an entrepreneur of his background understands that turnaround time is key in various business endeavors. So,
yeah, he's really good with businesses. It's okay. So here's the way I'm looking at it. It's a positive that you know, and there's other groups, because a lot of people who don't know just think, oh, it's just Jay-Z. No. It's a group of investors, and Jay-Z is part of it. So Daryl Morey, who's the GM of 76ers. There's the guy. What is it? One of the founders from Fanatics. Oh, it says right there. What am I doing? One of the guys from Fanatics is also part of it. So there's a group of them, right? It's no different than if me, Face, Hyper, and Keys, you know, took $1 each and put it down on a book. It's the simplest way.
Well, it's a little different, I believe.
No, I get, you know, but I'm just saying. So it's not necessarily Jay-Z, but obviously being the biggest name of those groups, obviously he's going to get the headline. So yeah, Jay-Z obviously owns CGC. But here's the thing: a lot of people think, oh, okay, so now it's going to be faster turnarounds. It's going to be this, it's going to be that. It's not really going to do anything different. I mean, most companies can't really do anything until like a year after owning it. And I don't think that, you know, Jay-Z is going to walk into CGC, open the front door and be like, all right, let's move these faster. I just don't think it's going to work that way. They saw a product. They see what the community is doing. They see an opportunity to make money, because let's face it, they bought this company because they can make money off of it. So with that, you can also say that maybe prices go up, maybe things change, but at some point prices are going to have to go up again.
Oh, you know, here's the thing. Anything and everything at this point is speculation. We have no idea what any of this honestly means until we see how it plays out. I know there's a lot of thoughts and theories on how this is going to go, but the thing is, you know, I don't think that any of these guys, being as intelligent businessmen as they are going to try and jump in on this if they don't think that they can make money. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they have any understanding of anything to do with fucking comic books or anything. They just might see dollar signs and jump in it for that reason. On the other hand, these guys might all be fucking closet nerds, as far as we know, and really just legitimately came together and want to fix the industry. Who knows? I don't foresee either one of those being the cases in the end to the full extent, but yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I definitely think these guys are going to want to see a return on their money. So, you know.
So
take that for what it's worth.
I'm seeing a lot of comments, and even like in the last week, right? Well, in the last couple of days, because I think the news broke on Thursday. But like, what a lot of people don't realize is like NFTs. That's been a thing, right? That's been a thing this past year, the past 12 months. I mean, probably longer than that, but it's just kind of getting into the forefront, mainstream, right? So a lot of people are talking about it. It is a thing now. Right? Like some things are just getting so out of hand that we can't even own them. We have to own the NFT about it. The other thing is Jay-Z may not own a comic book. That's 100% correct. Yeah, he may not own one. He may have never even read one. He may not even have ever read, looked, anything. But here's what I do know. Comic books are a moneymaker. Comic books are a business. Comic books are a collectible that can make money. He is friends with a lot of people in the athletic world. He's got a lot of autographed jerseys, sneakers, footballs, basketballs, things like that, collectibles and hats. Like if you follow him, if you've seen him on, some of the stuff he owns, like he knows that collectibles are worth money, right? He's also
he's a believer in having his money in tangible objects as much as he is in
exactly.
In business and everything else. So,
and they're not getting into Jay-Z. Look, I get it. I just don't think that he's going to buy a business to not make money out of it. Right? Like there is money into it. So, they have to just understand that. I just don't see there being anything changing. But like when people are saying like, oh, Jay-Z probably doesn't even own a comic book store. It's like, all right, if I won the lotto, I don't drink coffee. But I'd probably still buy a Tim Hortons. Why? Because it's a cash cow. It'll make me money, right? So sometimes it could just be that. So people just kind of have to understand that, right? I think a lot of people are trying to connect dots that aren't really there yet. And, just because, he's the biggest name in the investor group. So obviously his name is going to be the name that comes out. But for him, it could just be a cash cow, right? Like, the other guys.
I'm not. Yeah, I won't lie. I would feel a lot better, if it came out tomorrow that Jay-Z has a fucking comic book collection that's valued at fucking $3 million or some shit like that. I'll be like, oh, okay. Well, shit.
He could just go buy a collection tomorrow. So even if somebody called him out, he's like, call some dude and like be like, yo, I own this store and you guys never knew about it. You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
You never know. So, he might have his money in the store somewhere. It's possible.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's more of just a wait and see kind of thing.
Yeah.
They may not even. They may decide to not have any involvement at all, and just,
Yeah.
Who knows?
Journo is in the house. Everybody, big shout out to him.
Journo, what's going on, man?
Yeah, we've been on the show. There is a comment that was made about Empire. I know a lot of the comments are coming up because obviously, everybody wants to talk about this, right?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a big talking point.
Yeah, but one of the last comments that I will say is, I think if anything, and I think Empire said it, so if it wasn't Empire, I do apologize. But I totally agree with them, and I've been kind of, saying the same stuff. Is I think that this just shows you how strong this community is, how strong the comic books are. And like the crash that everybody's expecting, I don't think is going to happen. I think there's a correction, and I've said that many times, but they're not getting into this. And like we saw what happened when card people were coming in, it jacked up all the prices, and obviously so, right? Like if you're buying Range Rovers all the time, right, at 80 to 100,000, and and then this next brand is as nice as Range Rover, but they're selling it at 10 grand. Well, obviously you're going to go over there and buy like 6 of them because it's cheaper, right? That was a bad example, but like kind of
right.
So, you have to think about it that way. So yeah, that made everything go up, but it's a good sign. I think people are kind of thinking a lot of things are going to change, but like, I don't think a lot of things are going to change right now. Like I heard somebody say, oh, Jay-Z bought it, so I'm going to get my books within like 2 months. No, you're still going to be waiting a very long time right now.
It does definitely, like you said, it does definitely show a strength in the hobby. So if nothing else, there's at least that, because if these people are buying in, they feel like there's money there. So there's obviously strength in the hobby.
Yeah. Dan is saying Blackstone wouldn't have dropped over 500 million if they thought that the comic market was going to crash. Exactly. 100%.
Right.
I think they bought CGC as a brand. They'll allocate different umbrellas for income and profit source. Start grading a ton of stuff. Shoes, yo, dude.
Yeah, I could definitely see that coming in the future. I could definitely see that.
Dude, people used to laugh like not so long ago, like a year ago, about video games being graded, and now everybody's trying to find.
Video games are huge.
Yeah, to do it. It's just a matter of time before shoes, before fun. You know what? I'll go on record right now saying I am shocked that Funkos are not graded. I will say that 100% right now. I am shocked that community doesn't have a grading for their Funkos. The
thing is though, I think because Funko is in itself a brand, you know what I mean? So that would be hard. You would have to have an outside company coming up saying, yeah, we'll grade these basically, because obviously Funko grading them, they own the whole fucking they would have a monopoly on the whole industry basically. So I don't foresee Funko getting into grading them themselves. It would have to be somebody else that wanted to do it. So you might see it rather at like CGC eventually.
Yeah, but I could totally see like sneakers. I've envisioned that sneakers 100%.
I mean, I could see it. There seems to be a lot of collectability in sneakers for people. There are people that have the huge collections of sneakers.
Dude, some shoes you can only find used. It's a big piss off. Like Jordan 11 lows in the cool grays or the midnight blues, I can't find anywhere brand new. It's always.
I naturally would have generally assumed that all shoes are fucking used because that's what I buy them for, is to use them. But apparently people buy them as just collectibles. So hey, that's cool. If that's what you're into.
Yeah, it's just it's just crazy to me. The things that were said about, that transaction and things like that. So yeah, the only thing I just keep repeating myself with is, guys, nothing is going to change. Like if your books are at CGC right now, you're not going to see them tomorrow just because Jay-Z took over. Like it's not happening. Right. So let's calm down. It's a good sign for the community, good sign for the market, good sign for the books, good sign for business, because this is going to get a lot of people kind of putting eyes on this, but just like everything good, there's always bad. And
it works out for me though right now because I got 99 problems, but books at CGC ain't one.
Yeah. No, but I was gonna say, like, with everything good, right? There's always something bad, and the bad could be that the prices, unfortunately, of things go up, right? So we just got to keep that in mind. As much as I would them to have a CGC in Canada and Western, in the Midwest and the West Coast, and
that would be great, man.
It would be great, but everything has to go up, right? So you got to pick and choose your battles, right, guys? So,
yeah. Right.
Yo, big shout outs to Mr. Forge. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man?
We'll see. All right, guys. I hate to do this, but again, I don't have a transition into what we're going to be talking about next. It is the Loki show. If you haven't heard about Loki, I will give you 10 seconds to Google what Loki is.
Man, I'm not on YouTube, so I can't put it in the chat like Hyper does.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
I'm just on StreamYard.
Right. I gave you guys a few seconds. So if you don't know what Loki is, well, it's the brother of Thor, adopted brother, step brother, whatever one you want to go. But obviously, Loki is the talk of the town. You cannot talk comics. You cannot talk shows without talking about Loki. Man, we got 2 episodes left, and we learned a lot. We learned a lot this past episode. I was 1 week off, because I remember saying last week 2 weeks ago now, saying, man, this episode is going to be it. Number 3 is going to be it. Face, you've obviously seen the show, right? Like, you've seen the episode?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
Let's talk some takeaways here. 1, of course, Loki gets saved. Shocker.
Yeah.
2, the Nexus event is that they fall in love. 3, if you were banking on that Fantastic Four, I can't remember what issue it is, but first appearance of Mobius, I'm so sorry for you. 4.
Well, I mean, hey,
Is he dead?
you never know.
Is he
You
dead?
never know. I'll be honest. Look, like, we're dealing with time variance authority, so obviously there's time travel going to be involved, and clearly, you know, the other character is not gone, so obviously that means there is a means to come back. So, you know.
But what it proved, like, that's what kind of threw me off is like the prune. It's like, okay, what happened? Because like Loki got pruned, right? And he's still alive. So is more like that's just where I'm
It's gonna be interesting to see. I don't know how much Owen Wilson has signed on for. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe he is gone and they won't bring him back. But I do think there's definitely a means to bring him back if that's what they're gonna do. And I kind of feel like they probably will. He's a pretty big actor to be in that part for just as much as we've seen him so far. So I feel like there's more. I just feel like we got to get him on a jet ski at some point.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Let's talk about the 2 big things. The 2 biggest takeaways. 1, Loki is not dead, and we got basically images of Kid Loki and the other 2 guys. So you had like the African American one, and then you had the one that kind of looked like the Joker of like the medieval times kind of thing. So you had all those Lokis, and then the second takeaway was the timekeepers. Those things were robots.
Yeah.
I think that is like that was just like a like what I don't remember, but the chick's name, the African chick, the African American chick, is like boss of Owen Wilson's character.
Are you talking about Ravonna Raven's Slayer?
Yeah, I think there's
Ravenclaw, fucking Harry Potter shit.
Way more to it. There's way more to her than we know, man. It is, like. I get it. Everybody's saying, oh, Kang. It's like everybody was saying, oh, yeah, Doctor Strange. You know, just like everybody was saying Red Hulk or, you know, Wolverine or this or that for the other show. So I don't know. As much as I want to say, like, yes, I could totally be like, say, nah.
I mean, yeah, I guess Kang's possible. You know, we know he's coming. So this could be set up for that. Who knows? There's no guarantees with it, but like, it just feels like that would be. That's kind of the easy play. So, and the other thing is these shows have so far been a little more self-contained than that. So,
yeah.
Even though this is supposed to open up a lot more, so you know.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 episodes left.
Yeah, it's really hard to say what direction they're gonna go.
I'm confused. I really am. Like the whole,
and that's where we're supposed to be right now.
Yeah. But like the fact that they were robots and stuff, I was just like,
yeah, that was interesting.
Really?
I'm excited to see how that plays out and who ultimately is behind it.
Dude, when I found out it was a robot, I was like, oh shit, Iron Man's back. He made these. Like that's where like my mind went, dude. I literally was like, oh shit, yeah.
I don't think that's going to be the answer for you, unfortunately. I
don't either.
But hey, we can all cross our fingers.
Yeah. So it's just big takeaways. A lot of question marks.
There are for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm looking forward to it. The face I got.
I'm right where fucking Kevin Feige wants me. I definitely, I'm excited to see the next episode, and you know, yeah, I'm definitely tuning in.
I gotta ask you, Face. Do we see Kang in this next episode?
No, I don't think so. I think if it ultimately, if I think if they're gonna um have a connection with Kang, I think that would be they would hit it on the very last episode.
True.
You know, I think that's the way they would go about it if there is gonna be a connection to Kang. But who knows? He could play a bigger role in this than I'm thinking. So
Empire is giving you guys some information here. He's saying get your copies of Uncanny X-Men 160. First appearance of Limbo. That's my theory of where they went after being pruned. And then
that would make sense. Yo, and then if they
yeah. And then we got Miguel saying there were 3 timekeepers, and they'll be Roma Tut, Kang, and Immortus.
But you know, it could be. There's play on those.
But that can't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, if they're just stand-ins for them,
2 of those characters are the same character.
All 3 of them are the same character.
Is Kang?
Yeah, all 3 of them are the same character.
Or yeah, all 3. Yeah, sorry.
Just different versions, though. So
actually, that makes total sense.
Yeah, you never know. It's hard to say.
Wait a minute.
Council Kang. But if that's the case, I think they would get to that in the 6th episode. So,
I don't think they could get to that in 6 episodes.
I don't know. We'll see. Could be like a fucking cameo at the end of the 5th episode, and then the big reveal in the 6th. Who knows? It was a great episode. It definitely left you wanting more, I think, and that's where I'm at with it. I can't wait to see the next episode.
My guess is Kang shows up in an end credit scene. Yeah, a lot of people, Comic Ozzy said the same thing. Yeah,
that's where I'm thinking. Like if they do bring him in, he's gonna be at the very end. But everybody, we all thought Mephisto was coming. So,
dude, Mephisto's been in all the shows, dude. What are you talking about?
Hey, he's probably lurking in the background.
This is the one that I've been talking about. This is the book that I've been specking on, and like me and Matt Forge were talking about these books because we both talked about them privately, and we did shows about these books. But Fantastic Four 272 and 273. When we were talking about it, the book was like $1, $2, and people laughed. Right? They were like, "Man, you guys are crazy. You don't know what you're talking about."
And what is that?
Boom, boom, boom. That is the first appearance of Nathaniel Richards, a time traveler who is the father of Reed Richards, who is in Fantastic Four, who is the father of Franklin Richards. So there's a lot to be said there.
Well, what else is he?
He's a time traveler, man. He's fucking everywhere. So yeah, I guess the book got a little bit hot in this past couple of days. I believe Key Collector put it on his app or something like that. But I mean, again, guys, information is out there. There's people, there's YouTubers, there are people out there putting information sooner. Don't get the book when it is $30 to $50. Get the book, listen to the people when the book is $1 to $3 to $5 is the best way for you to save money. If you're in it just for money, it is the best way to make money. So just keep that in mind, right?
And I mean, there's certain characters like that you really can't go wrong with. Like I think, I said this on a prior episode that we had. People that bought into Mephisto during WandaVision, thinking that he was coming. That may not have been bad because realistically, that was when it's low. And even though you didn't get Mephisto in WandaVision, still a big enough villain that you feel like he's gonna show up at some point. So, Kang is another one. He's one we know is gonna show up. They've already cast him. So, if you're already buying into Kang, I don't know why Loki spec would make you buy into Kang. if you haven't already, since they already cast the motherfucker. But you know, hey, if it is what made you buy into it, you're probably still all right because he's coming.
Honestly, like I love these conversations though, and like people view me as like a spec guy or things like that, but like I love these conversations. I love having these like, what if, or like, oh wait, like talking to people with their theories and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Miguel just like changed my mind right then and there. Like, I don't know, you guys could see me on screen. Like I just went into a different world to thinking about certain possible. But I love this stuff, man. Because
wait,
like,
what did Miguel happen? What happened with Miguel?
well, because he said he Mortis, Ramatut, and Kang, and then I was like, wait a minute, no, like that can't be it. Like they're the same person, and then I was kind of like, wait a minute, that makes total sense. Like it could be the same person, 3 different versions, because it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like just all of that. I was like, wait a minute, that makes total sense, right?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's just interesting. I always say, right, like, and when we do our keep, sell, buys, things like that, like everybody's like this with the books they buy and their theories. So it's always nice to just kind of get rid of this and get different opinions and get different theories going and stuff. So
yeah, for sure.
It's fun. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
And the thing is, like, as comic book collectors and everything like that, patience is not a virtue that a lot of us have, but would be great for us to have, because especially now, like we were just talking about these bigger villains and everything like that, like you're gonna see them at some point. The MCU is not going anywhere, so if they don't pan out right away, I mean, there's definitely time down the road, and you'll probably see a lot of these bigger guys show up in the long run. So just hold on to the books if they don't pan out, and eventually, you'll probably see your value come back around.
Yeah, it's true. And I'm seeing a lot of people say in the chat, like keep your Mephisto books and things like that. Mephisto will come. Mephisto will have his day. He's just
too good of a villain for them not to use. I know Disney wants to shy away from the devil and everything like that, but this is Marvel.
This is where a lot of people will tell you, right? Dan's kicking it here, and he'll tell you. A lot of the experienced guys will tell you. A lot of guys that have collected for many years will tell you. Patience is a virtue here, right? Like if you have that Mephisto book, be patient. Do not just sell it and give it away, okay? Don't give it away. Don't sell it just to sell it, because he will come, and it'll be worth a pretty penny down the road. So
he's one of the all-time great villains in Marvel. So
I do have some bad news to tell everybody though. I did not upload or save my spec. So I guess I won't be able to do it, guys. And I don't want to say it without like images or numbers or anything like that. It was Shang-Chi stuff, so I'll tell you that right there and there. So then that way next week when I do it, you can't call me a liar. Yeah, I had 3 Shang-Chi books that we were going to talk about, so I apologize to everybody. I was like kind of looking for it, and I guess I didn't save it.
Well, it happens. It's been a busy week for you, so life happens, bro.
So I didn't save it because I do my presentations at work, because they have the PowerPoint and all that stuff there. So I kind of do it on my breaks and stuff. But I guess I didn't save it. So I apologize, guys. I will have that stuff next week. So,
well, that's something to look forward to right there.
That's the show, guys. Tuesday, before I hand it over to Mr. Face, Tuesday, Hottest Comics of June edition will be up. So it'll be me, FaceTime, and a special guest. You guys will have to tune in on Tuesday to find out, but I will be obviously promoting it, and I'll give you guys a little sneak peek at who that guest might be on Tuesday when we promote it, a little bit in the morning, afternoon, things like that. But we have a special guest joining us first time on the Newbie channel. So it's going to be very interesting to see. He's a fun guy, well known in the community. I think he's got over 3,000 subscribers. So maybe a few of you guys have him. But really solid dude, really fun dude. I've been talking to him for a little bit. We finally got together to say, hey, we're gonna do a show together. So this is it. So yeah, I'm very excited for him to hop on Tuesday. So yeah, we got Tuesday show 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Spider's comic. Is it me? uh, so yeah, so we're gonna do that on Tuesday, and yeah, guys, that's it for me. Don't forget to check out Mr. Key Issues. Don't forget to check out Hyper. I know that they're not on as much. Hyper's taking a little break, but yeah, make sure you guys go support. Make sure you guys go sub and take a look at their stuff. Face, I know you got some stuff coming up. What do you got coming up, brother?
For sure, we got some good stuff coming up. Definitely. So tomorrow, previously on 7 p.m. You know, every Monday actually we got our show. But tomorrow we got a special guest coming tomorrow joining us. His name is Steve Urena. Not sure, you know, if you heard of him or not, but if you haven't, he's done a couple of indie comics now. First one is called Slowpokes. It's about Killer Sloth, and it is absolutely fucking hilarious. I'm a huge fan of Killer Sloth. You know, that comic has definitely turned me on to him. And he's got his second one on Kickstarter right now. We all know I'm a big fan of zombies. It's called Zombie Date Night. So, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to getting that one. But he's coming on previously on tomorrow to discuss his comics and, you know, just come on and bullshit with us and have a good time and, you know, do what we do. And then the following week, we got another special guest coming on with us. And I believe he is in chat right now.
I believe so.
Mr. Dan De La Torre will be joining us. I'm sorry, my voice is breaking. One second.
Dan De La Torre.
Yeah, sorry, I had to clear my throat there. So not this week, but next week we got Dan De La Torre joining us for another special episode. So we got 2 big weeks back to back. They're going to be great. I hope you guys can tune in Mondays at 7 p.m. Definitely, if you can join us, appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So a lot is going on tomorrow, so make sure you guys go check it out. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Happy July 4th. If you're on the West Coast, I mean, it's 8:30 there, so, you know, make sure you guys are partying and being responsible. Have a good time. Don't Jason Pierre Paul yourself. Make sure you stay away from the fireworks at a safe distance. And guys, as always, those books are out there. Keep searching. Later.
Peace.